as we get into it. Take us away.
There we go, and it's going to be Mondo with the first big clearance into the orange half. Now Spack coming across, going to clear off the corner, but intercepted by Mondo, dropping it down, and it looks like Riggsy's going to come up the wall, putting it high and long, so pushing it into the offensive half. Wagachino is going to come under that. It's going to land on Lemper, and he's going to have a dribble opportunity here. There's no one in net. Oh, and Riggsy just not able to get on the end of that pass.
He got a little too excited, just coming in thinking he'll go for the ball and not waiting for the pass. Unlucky, but I expect this to be a high-paced game. Yes, they're on the floor, but they'll get taken to the air very soon. And the teams fill each other out. The ball pinched flying now for Mondo to come through, just to the corner. Three defenders there, a little bit of worry. They're going to rotate back around Wagachino, back to the middle, lines up to Spack. Crosses field. Mondo up's going to have to follow his own work. Lapara's there with him. Clears out now to put on target. Freakish waiting for it. Riggs, but it's going to line up for Wagachino. He just needs to guide it in. Bounces it down. Clever play. Team So Fresh up with the first.
That's it. There was just a little bit of a defensive mix-up. Friggsy coming back and actually backing into his teammates back and putting the ball high and central just for Wagachino to come across and just slam it into the back of the net. So maybe a little bit of defensive error from interference. Maybe a touch in nerves with some big boys in the chat, but I'm sure they'll be back at the top of their game in no time.
Lapara with an opportunity. Defense not there, and there's a quick equalizer coming out. Interference responding well.
That's it. There was just a kick-off goal. Obviously, interference opting for the close follow, which has worked out for this time. Team So Fresh just migrating both of them to boost, so having to come back across and just made life a little bit difficult for themselves, and it's caused the equalizer with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Mondo now up high. Spack with a miss. Interesting fly coming out from Freakish. Would have been great if he connected, but he didn't. Wagachino's going over the top now. Rotations are through. Spack holds. Lining for Lapara. Wagachino. Interesting defense. Straight out across Freakish. He doesn't connect. Riggsy now off the backboard looking for a shot on Spack. Wrong side of it. Bird is not there. Lampara out of the way. Mondo back to his own teammate Freakish. They don't clear off this one. It's gathered by Riggsy. Possession lost. Mondo downfield. Spack to cut off. Both teams sort of losing play when they're sending it out to the teammates. Need to get the connections going as Riggsy comes through. Doesn't get the 50-50. It's lining up. Goal goes in. Freakish for the second in.
Yeah, and it was just a case of that touch there. The one that came off the wall onto Freakish was a really good one. Pushed the defensive out. Obviously, Mondo was up for the redirect but couldn't get behind it. Freakish with the presence of mind just to keep with that ball and smash it into the back of that empty net.
Okay, so I've been told there's no more codes for the Matcherino donations. This is for you guys if you want to chuck in whatever amount you have. Doesn't matter, you don't have to. It's just there for it. But fantastic, guys, that we can get up to 150. What are we on right now? Is that 100? Still on 100, so 50 more Matcherino to go. And it's a split prize pool tonight. First and second getting some money out of this. So we'll get those percentages sorted for you soon as the gameplay continues on. Down halfway through the first. It's been an intriguing battle so far, Greg. Really like what I'm seeing from both teams.
That's it, and it's just a case of maybe the touches not quite being as good as they could be. As I'm noticing on Team So Fresh, there's just been a couple of occasions where, yes, they've been reasonable touches, but just could have been a little bit better potentially finding their teammates and making those opportunities. But Freakish going to go up for Wagachino now. Both defenders coming across, but it is going to be trapped in the corner for Lempra, who does get behind it as well, pinching it out and following it up himself. He's going to put it central, but Freakish going to come across and keep that in the corner. Riggsy with a dribble opportunity gets bumped high, and Wagachino is going to come across and fill this out. Back again, putting it central. Freakish putting it down to both of his teammates, and Wagachino trying to connect on there and put it central, but maybe just struggling a little bit to find the corner of his nose to get that power on Liza.
Freakish going up, and wasn't sure about that. Wagachino connects, but goes wide. Far side action. Riggsy looking to control and put it on the bonnet now. Has control coming down. Freakish just going to wait for it. Will backflip out. Riggsy had all the time in the world also to use his teammate in that strategy, but didn't use it. Oh, he's going again. Spack. It's caught out. Wagachino setting out to the side. It's going to actually line up for Lapara. The defense can't get there. Equalizer on, and we're heading down into red time.
Let's see, with 1:25 left on the clock, it was just Wagachino putting it across, and Lampara again reading the play to be able to get across, get it on the corner of his car and put that in the back of the net as well. So again, Team So Fresh maybe just tripping over each other a little bit in defense. We're seeing it kind of from both teams, but It is gonna be the, well, essentially the difference in both of these teams at this point from what I can see, Miser.
Lampire up. Challenge was forward and defense coming back for Team So Fresh. Riggsy just send it on. So, well, defense was struggling to get up there. Wagachino gets the save in the end. Riggsy now guiding it back. Lampire has to come forward. Doesn't get the second touch, so they're out of play. Spack needs to work past the defender. He does. It's open goals. Needs Lampire to commit. Goes, and Wagachino, hesitant movement from him, just sees it past him and back into the back of the net.
It was a good pass from Spack as well, a good decision to leave it, but Wagachino, I think, got maybe rigged a little bit from Spack coming across, but Lempra, I'm being advised by Chad to pronounce Lempra, but Lempra coming in and again, just seeing that opportunity and burying it in the back of the net. He's been really on form with the shots, putting 3 goals in, and with 45 seconds left to go, it is really hitting crunch time for Team So Fresh. They really need to link up. They really need to get these pass plays happening if they're going to stand any chance at pegging back this lead, Miser.
Riggsy in the corner, the ball just fumbling around at the moment. Players figuring out how to put a strategy into place. It's wrapping around for Spack. Easy for Wagachino. Clears it downfield. Riggsy just to hold up. Gives his team the moment to rotate and get the boost in. Spack, for some reason, I don't know why, is up. We're just going to sit with his cam. Doesn't matter. Lampire out. It's worked off the backboard. Freakish very lucky not to have a strike down on that. But right now, under 10 seconds, we've got to see the boys Team So Fresh work it down the forward half. It would be a 0 hero if they can get it going. It's opening up. Spack will look to drop. In the first game going to interference. A great start by them.
That's it. So what the first game going to interference after maybe a little bit of a shaky start, but they seem to be hitting their stride now. Again, they have been waiting for a little bit, so maybe cold hands, but looking to really step it up in this best of 3. And with the first game going to them, it's obviously put them in a really good position to do that. So Team So Fresh really need to get themselves organised. Just need to take stock a little bit, and I think Mondo needs to step up slightly as well. Close to $100 Australian, I think, is 70%. And obviously with 20% going to second and 10% will be rolling over to the next round. So really good percentages for these boys, and especially with Kronovi, a massive shout out for supporting the Oceanic Rocket League with Pyre on the host and Kronovi coming through with a donation. It's really good to see. Really good to see some support coming down from the big boys in the scene as well. So massive shout out to them.
Yeah, thumbs up, and this is going to be exciting. We'll get into the second game right now. Team So Fresh up with a challenge. Ooh. Not going to be easy for them, but interference, they want to start strong. Defense is the key for them, and Riggsy, he's been all over the play of the ball. We'll see how he works this one.
That's it, and it's going to be Spack coming up the wall now. Freak is just going to push it out, but backwards and forwards with Lempera and Mondo going to come across to the corner and collect this one. Let's put it slightly sideways, maybe not the touch he wanted. Spack's going to collect it, and going over to Freakish as well. He gets the second touch after muffing up the first one a little bit, but Mondo and Lempera now colliding in the corner. Wagachino going past it, but Spack's going to get a clear possession here. So he's putting it into the post, and Riggsy going to come over Mondo. Good enough for that one at the very least. So back moving up now. He's put it high. Lempera's going to come across. Is he going to get there? Not quite. Just misjudging the bounce off the roof. But Wagachino good enough to clear this one out. Goes up the wall, but doesn't quite get there. Riggsy coming back across now, and Mondo clearing it out. So the defensive looking from Team So Fresh is looking really strong.
Oh, this is open.
Continues on.
Wagachino, a little bit of sweat bead coming off his forehead. They're not able to get it out of the defense right now. A lot of whiffs, a lot of misclearances. Riggsy coming on. There's Wagachino to send it out the side. Now downfield needs a redirection. Lampara's up. Riggsy whiffs. Now Lampara to go. Shot on Mondo with a big save.
That's it, and I think it is, as you said, just struggling to get it out. But Team So Fresh, the important thing for them is they haven't let one in. They've been strong in defense. Their rotations often on the boost have been all right. They haven't looked too starved. And whilst the pressure's coming through from interference, he hasn't converted into a goal yet, and with Spack missing a potentially open net. Freakish is going to push it out. Riggsy gets caught up. I'm not sure what happened with his flip there, but he is going to recover along the wall. So, 9 open goal opportunity. There's a man up. Wagachino's coming through, but Spack just slips under it and opens the door for Freakish, who's going to come back around, not challenging. Pass back potentially, but no teammate there. I think Mondo got destroyed, so not able to receive it. Really, a lot of backwards and forwards going on at the moment. So we'll see if these teams can start to link up and start to put balls in the back of the net. With
That's the
remaining.
concerning thing. You hit the nail on the head right there. You're just chucking the car at the ball, not really looking to link anything up, work the strategy play. A lot of air disputes, not much 50-50s coming out, sort of sending it back over. Now Mondo looks to link up with Vogacino. He's going to send us off the corner. We'll give it a direction, but Rixie reads it and back out. Now the charge is on. Mondo again up high, and Lapara just resetting the wheels, coming back down. Met in the middle, Vogacino. Mondo's favoring to boost. Oh, almost. And Vogacino goes underneath the ball. This leaves one defensive line, and Lapara elects to go out to the wing, straight into the defense rotation. It's questionable right there. That's going to open up and just saved by Spack. And we continue to 0-all game right now. It is an intense battle.
That's it. And I just think a couple of offensive mistakes coming into it now. Just teams really needed to take their time in that case as well. Mondo putting it off the crossbar does open up for Freakish. The trick, well, Riggsy's going to clear it up and central with a good block from Mondo. Spack putting it across. Hopefully Lempra connects onto it, which he does. Does leave the door open for Mondo, but not able to get it goal side. Riggsy pushing it out wide and going to follow it up himself. Freakish on the back end of that. Mondo and Mogachino both up as well. Mondo off the wall. Lempra's going to put a good pass in, and Riggsy just not able to get on the end of it. And again, we see that offensive struggle just coming through slightly with teams.
You can see the drain butt, can't you?
Yeah, but that's
it. Makes up for it.
Riggsy's going to make up for it. He's going to put the first one in. 1:10 left on the clock, and this was really Mondo just not quite getting in the right position there.
Can't stop the man from talking. He's loving the game right now. And Riggsy getting the first for his team. Has been a tight contest so far, but interference showing what they've got at the moment. Look, on paper, Team So Fresh have actually should be winning this. They've taken Riggsy's back and Lapara out in future tournaments, in past tournaments as well. Yeah, they're going to do it in future tournaments as well. The buys are the predictor. Someone asked me about RLCS last time, and I said Vapour eSports. But if an Australian team gets into the Final Four, I'm going for the Australian team. I don't care. Anyways, off topic, 40 seconds remaining in this match. This Team So Fresh that needed themselves a goal. Mondo coming around. Looks Vogacino 50-50. No, Lampara holds back, does well as Vogacino goes straight into the car. Meant forward. Freakish looks for the second. Riggsy comes down, disputes the ball. It's dead in the pocket. As Lampara looks to clear, but not Mondo. Oh, coming through Vogacino, it's wide. 20 seconds now. He's going to have to pop over the top. He does. Mondo on the wrong side of that. It needs a strike from Freakish. And his second hit puts it out. All of them are caught off guard here. Riggsy just needs to get around the defense. Straight onto it. Mondo's going to stop. Got to be clever about this play right here. Keep it up in the air. They're coming down looking for a cross shot on. And a bit late on that. The ball will drop in interference. We'll go through straight sets. Taking 2 games to zilch. Poor old Team So Fresh. They were looking strong and had a good game, but just not able to get past on the interference level.
That's it, and I'm not sure what the result was on the end of their Perth Rocket League. I believe it was the same result as well. Interference coming up with the goods, so I'm not sure if they're just linking up a little bit better than Team So Fresh at this point, or whether it's just those little defensive half misplays that interference are turning into shot opportunities as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams go moving forward. Obviously, Team So Fresh going to have their work cut out for them in the best of one losers bracket as well, but if any team can do it, Team So Fresh is probably a good pick because from what I can see, Bizer, they're really, really starting to work well, starting to gel.
Okay.